Welcome, everyone, to the Temple of Consciousness. My name is Ava. I would like to discuss or investigate the newly released energy from Neptune, changing signs. It just happened a few days ago at the end of March. Changing signs and moving into Aries. I have posted the effects of Saturn also moving into Aries and how it will affect all the 12 zodiac signs. But for Neptune, we should take the macro effects more into consideration, because the planets that are further away from us, like Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto, have more generational and global or world effects, which ultimately affects us. But the range of these influences is very long. So I would still like to treat or investigate the meaning of Neptune moving into Aries. Neptune had been in Pisces for about 14 years or so. And when it was in Pisces, many Piscean, and I'm a Pisces, effects could be felt. I'll give you an example. The immigration issue caused worldwide unrest. And the consideration of migration, borderless movement of human beings from one place to another, is very Piscean. Because Pisces wants to blur or eradicate or completely remove all borders in the attempt to feel our connection to all that is, all the people and the life phenomenon that is around us, to connect to that and to regard that as being superior to national borders. So this was one of the ramifications of Neptune in Pisces. It has, again, global implications. And when Neptune, the planet representing imagination, emotional knowledge, emotional response to life, moves into Aries, well, we have two different kinds of energies. Neptune is the ruler for Pisces, water sign. This is a fire sign. So the two energies are, in a sense, in my opinion, very complementary. Because the dreaminess, the sort of lack of practical application of the dream, is rectified by the ambition, innovation, and aggressive forward action moving Aries. So the dreams that were fostered during the Neptune and Pisces phase are now given the impetus, the energetic force to manifest what will be applicable to the new paradigm that's coming. Aries-like quality. And this quality is a deep dive into identity, personal identity, where you then define yourself away from the group, the masses, and your identity becomes sovereign. So the movement away from what was a collective psychology in Neptune and Pisces now becomes a psychology of the individual. And everything that serves that reinforcement will succeed. So if for instance, many people are now working from home, and this movement began in Neptune and Pisces, where again the borders were dissolved, and you could live anywhere in the world and still function through your career or your profession. This opened up the world and made it, again, a little bit more homogeneous, that we could live anywhere, and anywhere provided us what we needed, that anywhere provided us with what we needed to survive. Now in Neptune, in Aries, that whole phenomenon will take on real pioneering technological improvements and advancements. So the dreams that were spawned in Neptune in Pisces are now going to be ambitiously pursued with a new mind, because again, Aries is the first sign, Pisces is the last sign. So this is the beginning of an entirely new era in which now the individual becomes the force of innovation and of global architecture. Putting the pieces together of all these what had become nation states or nations that were losing their cultural identity through the phase of Neptune in Pisces. They now must regain that identity and express it in ways that are innovative, pioneering, and true to themselves. So there's a sort of a renationalization of the world, I believe, that will be coming. But not to exclude the other, but to take pride and recognize that the differences between people are what makes the world not only interesting, but functional. Because not everybody is capable of the same talents, skills, and levels of intellectual knowledge. Everyone belongs to a different group, nation, family. And so it's the revival of this kind of identity that I believe will be the impetus of the next 14, 15 years or so. And of course, that would have implications in your own chart, because you may have to adjust to this, what will be the new world order, which is a completely different world order than was thought of, maybe 35 years ago. It's evolving through the development of technology and again, that movement that happened in Neptune and Pisces, when everyone became sort of a borderless partnership around the world, where we could share information and reveal the truth, that when it was more centrally controlled, humanity didn't have the chance to express the truth as they saw it and communicate that truth out to everyone. This innovation is what is going to be used or expanded upon or grown out innovatively when Neptune now is in Aries. And so yes, that will have a profound effect on everyone's life, but in ways that are not yet predictable. But you can glean the nature of this influence by looking at your house and seeing where this falls in your house. And that house sign will tell you the general area of your life that might be impacted more than another. So I hope this helps, and I want to thank you very much for allowing me to speak my mind about this very recent ingress of Neptune into Aries. I think this is going to be a wonderful time for us individually to realize our dreams and to do it in a way that's got a bit of unpredictability to it, surprise, where you use your imagination and then harness that through the ability to manifest that in more concrete terms. So I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful next 14 years. Thank you for coming to the channel. Thank you for supporting me out here in my quiet solitude. Namaste.